You're watching
My name is Carl Pulley, and I manage the American Honda Collection Hall, which is where we are today in, I would say, normally sunny Southern California in Torrance, where we've been since 1990, but it's a rainy day today. This really is for everyone. So it's for associates to have that sense of pride in what we do, a sense of heritage. So even new hires, they can come in like, wow, I didn't realize this was a Honda. I didn't realize we made motorcycles. Oh, and we make engines, we make power equipment, we make lawn mowers. So it kind of allows people that are new to the company to understand our culture. And really, it's a culture of innovation. And one of the big things that we talk about is bringing new value to people. But then again, this space is for those enthusiasts. So we really love those people, and that's why we're blessed that this is open every day during the week. So it's our place of business. But then I really wanted to create an environment where we can celebrate Honda culture, Honda enthusiasm, and bring something new to the Southern California automotive enthusiast culture. So we have cars, bikes, and coffee events every other month. I studied the local environment and what was going on with the automotive motorcycle culture, and I found that the third Saturday of the month was when there was the least amount of competitive events that weekend. And I didn't want to take anyone from anybody else's event, and also I want it to be where everybody can come to our event. The first one was in October. It was going to be from 9 until 12. So I opened up the gate at 9 o'clock, and we obviously had this space open. We had a DJ, we had food trucks, vendors, we had special exhibitors. When I opened the gate, there was a 2-mile line of traffic waiting to get in, and it just blew my mind. It's been wonderful. I mean, I feel humbled by that enthusiasm, and we do have them every other month. The challenge in April is that the third Saturday is actually the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach weekend. Obviously, I don't want to compete with our own sponsored event, and so we decided to move it forward to April the 13th and make it a kickoff party for the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. And in that, it's going to be a celebration of all forms of racing. So yeah, make sure you come out for April the 13th as well, because that's bound to be a really, really exciting event.
Have at it. Enjoy. Thank you.
Honda as the company started in 1948 with Soichiro Honda, who was a self-learned engineer. And he began by taking war surplus engines that weren't specifically meant for the purpose that he ended up kind of creating for them, which was to power bicycles. So it really was to give post-World War II Japan motorized transportation. And it really wasn't that long before he was designing his own motorcycles, then become the #1 motorcycle brand in Japan. And then there was the decision to broaden our horizons as a company. And of course, you think where Japan is, maybe start selling in Korea or Southeast Asia or somewhere, but no, the decision was made, let's go to America. And so in 1959, we came to Southern California. So we're here in the Pico room. It's so named after 4077 Pico Boulevard, which was our first headquarters. So you can probably see the mural behind me. This tiny little building was our first headquarters of American Honda Motor Company, where we started with 7 employees. And we sold these 3 motorcycles, the Super Cub, the Dream, and also the Bentley, which is the red bike behind me. We didn't have cars at the time, so we bought a fleet of domestic pickups, and we would take these motorcycles to sporting goods stores and department stores to place under consignment. When they sold, we'd bring another vehicle. So from those humble beginnings in 1959, then we became not only America's best-selling motorcycle brand, but the world's best-selling motorcycle brand. And so that's how we got our start. By the mid-60s, We were the best-selling brand in America, and Sachiro Honda wanted to move into the automobile market. So our first product was the S series. We actually have one here. It's a grey market import because we didn't officially sell the S600 in the US, but it's a 600cc four-cylinder engine that was actually built dedicatedly for the automobile application, but it was very motorcycle-like in that it revved to 9,500 RPM, which is unheard of for a car. But the first vehicle we brought out and sold here in the US was the N600. This is the 1970 N600, and 600 stands for 600 horsepower, and it was a twin, and it made a whopping 45 horsepower. Interestingly, it weighs about 1,300 pounds, and it sold for about $1,300. But the great thing about the collection halls that we have on motorcycles and our cars, and sometimes there's an interesting juxtapositions. So as I mentioned, 1,300 pounds, 45 horsepower. Now, this thing over here is the GL 1800. So again, 1800, that's 1800 cc's compared to the little 600 of that S600, and it is a flat 6. It makes 117 horsepower. This is available with navigation system, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and also an airbag. It's the only motorcycle that's available for safety with a front airbag.